I didn't have these 5 apps, ClickFunnels might literally explode.
The man, Russell.
Paid to sell your product.
Love this guy.
I honestly believe the entrepreneurs are the only people that can actually change this planet.
Hey, my name is Russell Brunson, and today I want to share with you guys 5 apps that we use here inside of ClickFunnels to make sure that we're able to communicate and keep our teams moving forward. And because we have over 450 employees right now, without these apps, literally our life would be chaos. Now, our company was actually remote before the craziness of 2020 hit, so we were kind of had an advantage because of that. And the reason why we were remote prior to COVID even hitting, clear back when we got started 5 years ago, is because about that time, there was a book that came out called Remote by Jason Fried and DHH, showing how Basecamp built their entire company remote. And because of that, we modeled that with our company here at ClickFunnels when we first got started. But now, because of 2020, so many people are getting forced to go remote. We want to jump in and show you guys the tools that we're actually using to do that and how we've been successfully doing it now for over 6 years, so you can have success as well. Unless you like doing all that stuff through email, then if so, that's totally cool, I guess. Okay, so these 5 apps I'm gonna share with you, these are my personal favorite. Some people, I think I might be the only one besides me and my teams who actually use these apps, but it doesn't matter, they are the best, and I think you should be using them as well. All right, app number 1 is a tool we call Voxer. Now, Voxer I started using back before we launched ClickFunnels, and it's kind of like a walkie-talkie through an app. I'm not a huge fan of meetings. Most companies have meetings after meetings after meetings. And so because of that, instead of doing meetings, I can create a group inside of Voxer. I can bring all the core people that need to be part of that meeting. I send them one message in 2 to 3 minutes that gets my idea out of my head so my entire team knows what it is, how to execute on it, and they can ask questions and follow up right there inside the chat. And that way we turn long 30 to an hour-long meetings into 5 or 6 minutes. The best part is people can listen when they have time. They don't have to listen to the exact second we're doing the meeting. If they're working overseas or 2 in the morning, they can listen to that, get exactly the information they need and the download, and make sure they're moving forward. And my favorite feature is you can go up to 4x speed. So I can take a 5-minute conversation and listen to it in a minute and a half.
Someone in the backpack or carrying on with him, that would be amazing. And then when you guys land here and he comes to the hotel, just have him come down to the bottom so we can text your garage.
In fact, I was so excited to meet the founders of Voxer twice when we were in San Francisco. We went to their offices, we found the place, we got in. First time no one was there, and the second time they had moved. So I'm not sure where the founders actually are, but if I can ever find you, I want you to know that I love Voxer. Tom Caddis is the co-founder of Voxer. He explained that during an ambush in Afghanistan, he attempted to coordinate reinforcements and rescue a medical team in the middle of the fight. He sought a way to talk to all the parties at the same time, but the government-issued walkie-talkies didn't have that functionality. Therefore, he created Voxer. And as of today, there's one superfan who lives in Boise, Idaho. The second app I want to talk about is called Slack. Now, the reason why I like Slack is when we first started ClickFunnels, we had people who were messaging each other on email, Facebook Messenger, Voxer, Yahoo Chat, MSN Messenger, AOL Messenger, IRQ. Every single person had their different way that I communicate, and we were trying to communicate in all these different places, and it became chaos. And so luckily about that time is when this amazing app started becoming popular called Slack. And at first I was resistant to Slack because I really love Skype. That was my personal favorite. But as Skype started getting worse and worse, I don't know why, Slack started getting better and better, so we started plugging in our entire teams to Slack, and it's been amazing. The nice thing about Slack is I can have individual communications with people. Every single person here inside ClickFunnels is built into that, so I can talk to anybody in the company at any given time by clicking a button, sending a message, and that fast, my entire team or a single person can know the information we need to let them know about from the top. The way we do this is we create channels for every project. That way everyone working on the project can jump in the channel, and inside there we can do all the communication for that certain project until it's done, then we can close the channel out. Pretty much every new idea we have, we create a new channel to brainstorm and really flush out the ideas. Because in any company, especially ours now with over 450 employees, there's so much communication and chat and file sharing happening. Slack gives us a spot to be able to have it all in one spot so we can find it easily, we can document it, we can get our questions answered quickly. One of my favorite channels we use is called Caught Being Awesome. This is where everyone on the team has a chance to start watching what all their coworkers are doing. When they catch them doing something amazing, they can share it as a team and get recognition from their peers and the people on their teams. And a fun fact about Slack is the fact that it integrates over 2,200 other software apps. Pretty much any app that you can dream of integrates into Slack, so you can pull in your sales details and a whole bunch of other things and have it all there inside Slack as well. All right, for number 3, if you know anything about the stock market, you can probably guess what this one is. The third app we use all the time is called Zoom. Now, really quick, before you say, oh, Russell's jumping on the Zoom bandwagon, we were part of Zoom way before they were cool. Before your mom and your grandma ever knew who Zoom was, we were using them here inside ClickFunnels. So I just want you to know we were Zoom fans way before they were Zoom. So I want to make sure you understand that.
I want to make sure everyone knows like how much work's going into this. Like,
Our favorite things about Zoom. Number one, it gives us the ability to communicate in groups in real time and be able to see each other's faces. It also gives you the ability to like have the energy of the room. Same thing you would have if you were in an office over here. You have that thing virtually as well, which makes communication, team building so much more easy and so much more powerful. In most offices, people can have stand-up meetings whenever they need to get together, brainstorm an idea, figure out how to get through a sticking point. And so with the remote team, we do the same thing. We have Zoom rooms that are open all the time, 24 hours a day for our employees. So they can jump in and have conversations, get things moving, and brainstorm. Now, on top of that, every single morning we have what we call our Pulse meeting. That's where all 450 employees from all around the globe all log in at the exact same time for a short 7-minute meeting where we go through all of the big wins that are happening inside the company.
Good job, everybody!
One of my favorite things is at the end of every one of those daily Pulse meetings, we have a session called What We Do Matters. This is where we find somebody from our community who's using our products, using our tools and having success, and we case study that story. So every single day, our entire team sees why what we do matters. The developers see why programming the software, why it matters. They see the lives it's changing. The marketing team sees why it matters, why they're getting more customers. Like every single person on the team has a chance every single day to see why the work that they're doing, why it actually matters and how it's changing people's lives. And a hot tip, these meetings are short and they're powerful, and we have the most energetic person on the planet who starts these meetings every single morning.
Good morning, ClickFunnels family! How is everybody?
Now recently, we did an event, and typically we do live events so people come into a room. Because of the lockdowns, we decided to do a virtual event through Zoom. We had almost 5,000 people register for this event, and for 3 full days we had a chance to teach our users in a user conference that was happening all virtually. And if I'm completely honest, while all the other stuff is pretty cool, you gotta admit the best thing about Zoom is the virtual background. Like, Fun fact, Zoom gained more new customers in March of 2020 during the lockdown than they did the entire year of 2019 combined. They have over 2,500 employees working out of their offices, which why don't they just work from home? I don't know. Number 4 is my new favorite tool called Workflowy. Now, what is Workflowy? Workflowy is a virtual endless outline that keeps going forever. Before the COVID lockdown, I had pads of paper, a lot of pads of paper. And every single time I go to any meeting, I had notes. When I was trying to write a book, I had notes. And soon I had all these notepads everywhere. And then I went to lockdown and all my notepads were left at the office. And I didn't know what to do. And so I found out about this thing called Workflowy, where you can sit down and you start creating an endless outline. And each outline, you can go deeper and deeper and deeper. And I was able to take all of these things that were running out of my head and put them all in one spot that's super organized. And then each bullet point or each project I can share with my team. And that way people can know exactly what's in my head into their hands. And now we can start moving forward with the next step in the process. Now I understand that Workflowy is not revolutionary. Pretty sure Todd, co-founder of ClickFunnels, could have built this in like, 30 minutes, but it's very simple, it's very powerful. And that's the thing you gotta think about when you're trying to figure out what kind of note-taking app or paper or whatever you wanna use. What's something that's simple that you're actually going to use? If you're not gonna use it, and it's gonna be stacks of piles of paper, it's not gonna help you. This is how it works. When it's fully open, there's an enormous amount of lists. But once it's collapsed, it looks very simple and easy and looks like you can only see what actually matters. But then you can dive deeper and deeper to see everything you want inside of your outlines. The nice thing about this is it hides the complex parts and gives you the ability to focus on just what you need to do today. Fun fact, one of my favorite authors, Nick Bilton, who wrote American Kingpin, one of the greatest books of all time, when he wrote his other book called Hatching Twitter, he actually used Workflowy to outline the entire book. And so as I'm working on my next book, I wanted to be like Nick Bilton, and I'm literally outlining the entire thing here inside of Workflowy. And the last one is gonna be my personal favorite project management system. Now, the truth about it, different departments inside of ClickFunnels have different tools they like to use. Some people like Monday, some people like ClickUp, some people have other processes. But for my team, the tool that I still use and my favorite is called Trello. Trello describes it as the Kanban version of organization. Now, Kanban is a Japanese word. Break that down to simple English for someone like me. It's basically a visual scheduling system. It's basically like a big, huge whiteboard with sticky notes on it that you can write on and you can move from thing to thing to thing. Trello is really simple because it gives you the ability to create a card and assign some of that card and then lets you move from step to step to step inside the task until it's actually completed. Inside of each of the Trello cards, you can add images, you can put videos, you can see checklists of all the things that need to get done, and you can assign them to people on your team, set deadlines, and a whole bunch more. Trello is my personal secret to to getting projects done and out the door. I've used Project to create tasks as small as like I need to get my car cleaned, all the way up to I'm trying to rewrite 3 books in 1 year, as well as a workbook to be able to launch as part of the Secrets trilogy. So that's it. Those are my top apps that we use to manage our ideas, our teams, our projects, and everything running a virtual company with over 450 employees. My question for you is, what other apps are you using? What things do I not know about that I should know about? And maybe it'll make it in one of my upcoming videos. And number 2, if you got value from this at all, please, please, please gently smash the like button, turn on your notifications, and that way I'll know you like the video, and then that way you can get other videos from me like this in the future. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you listening to this video, and if you got any value, please share it with others as well. Thanks so much. My name is Russell Brunson, and I'll see you on the next video.